processed, and our colonists are safe for now. We are all that's left of our world, our culture, our people.
From the interrogation, we learned that a frontier fleet patrolling the borders of a vast interstellar empire was dispatched to destroy our planet. The captain claimed our people violated a 4,000-year-old treaty forbidding us to develop hyperspace technology. Extermination of our planet was the consequence. The subject did not survive interrogation.
Hyperspace jump successful.
Scanner data indicates asteroid density is highest in this region. Commence resource gathering.
Alright, we are back with Homeworld, and yeah, we've got quite a sizable fleet now. Before we do anything else,
Strike group acknowledged.
I'm just going to get
Resource
everyone to
controllers are
strike groups.
available for construction. To improve the efficiency of collection, build one and position it near the asteroid vein.
Okay,
Mothership.
so our first task is to start mining some asteroids from over here, noting that that is quite the gap and we can't move the mothership. You know, watch.
Mothership.
We can't move.
Mothership.
It should be saying drives offline, but you can also see that it has 0 movement as well. So it's basically a non-movable ship, which is probably because we didn't have time to get the engines up and running to full efficiency before Kharaks was destroyed. So
Ready. Strike group confirmed.
we're going to send our scouts over to the asteroid field simply so that we can make sure that nothing bad is over there. There we go. Looks all fine.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Okay,
Group 1
good.
reporting. Group 1 copies.
Now I'd really like it if the missile
Reporting.
corvettes...
Roger.
No,
Reporting.
move out.
Destination locked in. Standing by. New formation acknowledged.
Wow, you want to go a 6.
New formation acknowledged.
No, I want you to
Copy.
separate into 3s, thank you.
Destination locked in. Strike group acknowledged.
There we go.
Group 2. Strike group coordinates locked in.
Bunch of things. We could also go sphere formation, actually.
New formation acknowledged.
Yeah, sphere formation for our corvettes. Basically means they're going to be kind of tightly packed.
To increase harvesting efficiency, move your resource controller as close to heavy resource areas as possible.
This is the first thing that we're producing out of this larger... Well, I think this is the capital ship construction facility over here. And then there is just the entrance and exit for frigates and lower. So we have our resource controller. We're going to move that over to the asteroids.
Roger.
And we're going to set our collectors to harvest. We can press H, by the way, to make them automatically do it. Or H, maybe, depending on how you like to pronounce things. We're also going to start building a couple of assault frigates as well.
Mothership.
Reporting.
Now these support frigates
Moving to
should be able to heal up any of the any of our fighters that get destroyed. We're going to separate them into 2 things.
Ready.
One
Group 1.
is going to accomplish Group 1, and the other is going to accomplish Group 2.
Copies. New formation acknowledged.
We're now going to set them all into sphere formation, which basically means that the strike fighters will guard their support frigate, which is brilliant. Also, when we move them, they will move as fast as the support frigate, which is very interesting. We have no other researchers available, which is fine.
Group 2 copies.
It does mean that once we've got tons and tons of fighters everywhere, we want to be splitting up so that the support frigate doesn't tag along with the interceptors, because the interceptors are faster. But for now,
Strike group
we keep them in this area. We're also going to start producing a couple more pairs of salvage corvettes.
Reporting.
Resource controller is in position.
Assault frigate complete.
We've got our first assault frigate as well.
Ready.
Foundry, this is Floor. How far away?
Looks pretty good. Very bulky. It's got 4 turrets. 1, 2, 3,
Salvage
4.
corvette complete.
Which is pretty good. So that's our third frigate. We're going to have another one built in a second. Assault frigates are good against strike fighters. So corvettes and fighters. They're not all fighters though. Bombers aren't fighters. So assault frigate is strong against corvettes and frigates. Okay, but it's weak against bombers and capital ships, most likely because the fighters are a bit too small.
Salvage corvette complete.
It also means that interceptors are probably going to have quite an easy time flying around a assault frigate because it's just too fast. But it will help us deal with the enemy corvettes, noting that the heavy corvettes that we have will help deal with corvettes and frigates, but not so good against anti-strike craft frigates, which an assault frigate is, and capital ships. So heavy corvettes good against anti-capital frigates.
Salvage corvette complete.
It's a very, very big game of rock, paper, scissors. That will be our second assault frigate. We have 3, 4,
3
5,
standing by. Group 5 reporting.
6.
Group 6 designated.
This last one will be part of Group 7, noting that 2 is required to bring in a frigate and 4 is required to bring in a cruiser. Cruiser, proper capital ship. We don't get many of those, which is why we want to capture them. Noting that we can go over our supply limit when capturing.
Salvage corvette complete.
Roger.
Long-range sensors indicate a mothership-class mass signature. It's coming in fast. Power readings are off the scale. Full combat alert. Stand by for contact.
Ambassador away.
Trajectory locked in. Hailing signal open on all channels. Entering magnetic field now. Almost there. Fleet, we've lost guidance and are being drawn in. There's a lot of lights. There seems to be some kind of activity inside. I can see.
We are the Bentusi, and welcome you on space-faring cultures, unbound. The elderly trade routes were established for the first time by our ancestors. The resources you collect are of value to the Bentusi exchange. They will serve as an acceptable medium for trade. It has been our custom to equip trading partners with an exchange unit. It is therefore been provided to your ambassador as a gesture of goodwill.
Fleet, this is Ambassador. We are clear of the Bentusi vessel. All systems green. Harbor Control has released guidance and the exchange unit is secure. Receiving crews. Prep the quarantine chamber.
Roger that. Quarantine standing by.
Bentusi trading link established.
Oh, peculiar. Anyway, this is a Bentusi ship. We can buy ion cannon technology from them. It's pretty good. Yeah, we're going to accept that offer. For 500 resource units instead of time, we can get... well, no, because we have to spend time, but we could just get it now, which is what we're going to do.
Tyrannic raiders, servants of the Tie Dam, are arriving. They must not learn of our contact. We must depart. All that moves is easily heard in the void. We will listen for you. Farewell.
How interesting.
Resources exhausted, fleet. Moving on. Group 2. Strike group coordinates locked in. Group 1. Strike group coordinates locked
And we
in.
also have Group 7 in terms of our salvage corvettes.
Tyrannic Raider fighters are attacking. Prepare for more hostile ships to arrive.
We have incoming. It's gonna
Group
be
10
fun.
copies.
You guys set to evasive and investigate that signature.
Strike group moving into position.
Now we have a resourcing operation over here. Hopefully they won't get attacked. We're going to use the scouts to have a look. Yeah, we've got incoming.
Strike group moving
They're going to
into
be
position.
they're going to be
Group 1
attacking our
standing
resourcing
by.
operations.
Strike
Let's
group
get
coordinates
our
locked in. Group 2.
combat
Strike
units
group
in
coordinates
position.
Locked in. Confirmed. Strike group moving into position. Group 1 standing by. Strike group, prepare for assault. Group 2 copies. Strike
We're going to
group
be keeping our
standing
frigates back at base
by.
for an obvious reason of, well, they're slow.
Group 1 standing by.
Whereas these
Strike
guys can
group
help us
enemy.
take care of enemies.
Roger.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
En route. Repairs initiated.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
Group 1, attack vector laid in. Group 2 reporting. Strike group attack order confirmed. Strike group reports hostile contact.
We've got another wave incoming.
Group 2 reporting.
Group 2,
Strike group
move to
inbound.
engage. Group 1,
No
take
problem.
care of the
No problem.
stragglers.
Group 1 reporting. No problem. This is a cakewalk.
Group 1 reports victory.
Group 10 reporting. Strike group coordinates locked in.
We got
Strike group
corvettes
coordinates locked in.
inbound.
Local resources exhausted. Fleet moving on.
Control Group 2, start taking care of the corvettes. Control Group 1, take care of the fighters.
Strike group attack order confirmed. Confirmed.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
We've got... oh my god, there's quite a lot of them. Now, if only we had a nuke that we could use. Yeah, so... they're going to start... they're going to continuously attack our collectors. We should probably start moving back from the field with them. I'm unsure. Right. Anyway,
Berths are clear. Assembly underway. Construction underway.
let's get
Construction
some
underway.
more
Assembly underway.
firepower
Berths are
up and
clear.
running, shall we?
Berths are clear.
6 more heavy corvettes, 14 more interceptors to replenish our forces.
Group 2 copies.
Make sure we deal with these guys. We've got even more coming in, including missile corvette. Now, we're not going to go and capture every single missile corvette here, because that's just going to be a bit ridiculous. We do have some missile corvettes heading towards the mothership, but they're slow enough that we will be able to have everything we need in place before they can get here.
Ready. En route.
Let's move
Strike group under
our
enemy
frigates up to the
attack.
front.
Group 1 copies.
We've got 12 fighters left.
New formation acknowledged.
Yeah, you should all be sphere formation.
Group 10
Act
reports
like
enemy
it.
contact.
Group 2. Strike.
Several Tyrannic Raider capital
Strike
ships
prepare
have
for
just
assault.
emerged from hyperspace near the mothership.
Group 4. Move order confirmed.
Right.
Group 3.
Interceptor
3,
Resource operation
4,
reporting enemy contact.
5,
Reporting friendly
6,
units. Where's the
7.
escort? We need cover
You
here.
guys
Group
take
6
care of the other
reporting.
ion
Group
cannon
7
arrays.
Strike group reports hostile contact. Moving to intercept. Standing by. Moving to
Right.
destination. Locked
They've got
on.
ion array frigates,
mothership.
which look
Interceptor complete.
pretty damn nifty. But they are quite powerful, which is why we have a ton of salvage corvettes. Because ion array frigates aren't very good against salvage corvettes.
Interceptor complete. Group 1 has defeated the enemy.
So
One copy.
we're just going to kill
Strike
them all.
group prepare for assault. Group 2 copy.
We
Strike
still
group,
have
prepare for
a lot
assault.
of resource collectors
collector
because they
under
get healed
attack.
every time they go to
Heavy
the
corvette complete.
to the controller. Right.
Interceptor complete. Group 1 under attack.
Attack run complete. Holding pattern locked. Group 1 reporting. Group 2 reporting. Strike group moving into position. Group 1 reporting. Copy. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Ready. Strike group moving into position.
Heavy corvette complete.
Group 1. Strike group moving into position. Group 2. Strike
Okay,
group
good.
moving
Right,
into
let's
Mothership.
reorganize our forces so that we've got everything that we need.
position. Roger. Copy.
Let's move these frigates out of the way.
Order confirmed.
Right.
Group 1 standing by.
Group
Ready.
1.
Group 1 reinforced.
You now include
Coordinates
25
locked in.
interceptors,
Heavy corvette complete.
which is pretty good. Right.
Group 2 copies. Standing by.
Group 2 reinforced.
Strike group moving into position. Reporting.
Overall, that was a pretty good engagement. Yeah, we've still got incoming.
Group 2 reporting.
Group 2
Strike
move
group
in.
to battle position.
Noting that they've still got the 3 of the missile corvettes and now 12 heavies, which, all in all, is not that bad.
Strike group reports hostile contact.
Group 1 reports enemy contact. Enemy frigate captured.
Supporting friendly units. Strike group coordinates locked in. Enemy neutralized. Awaiting orders.
Mothership.
There we go.
Reporting.
We got one of our own iron array frigates, which is brilliant.
Reporting.
Now we are going to set all of our salvage corvettes over to control group
Group
4,
reinforced.
and then we're going to get rid of 5, 6, and 7. Group 3 is going to be our frigates.
Roger. Confirmed.
Group 3 designated.
Moving to destination.
Yeah, we've got
Enemy frigate captured.
a carrier. Ooh.
The raider carrier has been located. It is reinforcing their squadrons of fighters and corvettes.
Pretty nice carrier, huh? The rear is probably their hangar bay, and it's got 2 iron array frigates with them.
Copy.
We are going to temporarily... Yeah, I want you guys to move down to
Resources downrange.
that location.
Confirmed. En route.
Right, they're going to head
Group
towards the
2
mothership.
copies.
Now, we're going to need to kill this carrier. We can't capture it. It is a mothership class vessel and can't be captured, no matter how many salvage corvettes you throw on it. These 2 iron arrays, however, we're going to take them as well. Right.
Roger. Group 1 reporting. Group 2 standing by. Group 3 standing by. Group 4 copies.
Now, we are going to need to give our salvage corvettes some cover, noting that the more salvage corvettes we have, the more losses we can take before we lose everything. Now, that should be
Group 3 reinforced.
all of our ships. We have a total of 7 ion cannon ships, 5 of which are Tyrannic Raider class. Tyrannic Raider vessels. We've also lost our scouts.
Assembly
Let's get
underway.
our scouts back. We're just going to keep the rest of the resources we're getting, just in
Scout
case.
complete.
Right, Group 3.
Moving to intercept.
Engage
Group 1.
and destroy
Strike
the
group
carrier.
attack order confirmed. Group 2 standing by. Strike group attack order confirmed. Group 4
Scout complete.
reporting.
And we're going to set Group 4 to start taking control of the iron
Target
array
under
frigates.
attack.
The quicker we can get rid of them and put them into our arsenal, the better. Now, the carrier should go down pretty easily. We've got the firepower, as you can see. Look at all the salvage corvettes. They're
The
toasted.
carrier is retreating. If it escapes, that will warn the Tidan fleet of our pursuit. Do not allow them to hyperspace.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be
Group 1
allowed to.
reporting. Strike group coordinates locked in.
Right, let's go. Let's get everyone out of there.
Moving in.
Group 3 reports victory.
And there we go. We've successfully destroyed a carrier, which is pretty good. Now we do have... We can just leave and still have all of this, so it's fine.
Standing by.
We have also taken 7 of the 8 ion array frigates in this mission. Didn't have enough salvage corvettes in order to do all of them, but you understand,
Standing
right?
by.
Now we roughly have what, 2,500 IUs left in this asteroid field, and basically a few thousand in here as well, which is quite a lot.
Mothership.
Group 1.
So what we're going to do is we're going to return to mothership. I want, what's the go-to? Attack and move. No, you're not going to allow me to just go to the mothership instead? Okay, fine. We're just going to go down here.
Strike group moving into position. Group 2. Strike group moving into position. Group 3 copy.
Group 3, head to mothership. Group 4, you're dealing with the ion array frigates.
Mothership.
Because we are now space pirates, as is the norm. Why build your own ships when someone else can build them for you? Which is probably the same thing that the Tyrannic Raiders are doing, but we're doing it better since we just stole their fleet. There we go. That should be all the, well, nearly
The
all the
Tyrannic
enemy
Raiders
ships.
have been defeated. We can now return to our immediate goal, preparation for an attack on the Taidan fleet that devastated Kharak. Using data from the Taidan vessel captured at Kharak, we have been able to determine their location. If we strike now, we can take advantage of their damaged condition. Hyperspace coordinates have been transferred to Fleet Command.
Excellent. So we're going to go and take the fight to the Taidan, which should be fun and shouldn't get us killed. We're going to keep the ion array frigates,
Standing by.
even though that these guys are worse
Ready.
than the regular ion cannon frigates for
Confirmed.
exactly the same amount of supply cap. But the ion array frigates are more plentiful, and if you take all of the ion array frigates and have the same amount of ion cannon frigates, whilst these guys deal less, they technically, if you have the same amount of damage, you create two groups, right? You make sure that they have exactly the same amount of damage. One is our ion cannon frigates,
Copy.
and the other is our ion array frigates. The ion array frigates will last longer, and each loss will reduce our damage less. However, they are slower.
Copy.
That's kind of the main gripe that we've got about these. They're like half
Reporting.
as fast as our assault frigates. Now we could build some more ion cannon frigates, but the next mission is going to be, well, a bit bad if we just have a massive fleet to begin with. So
Copy.
I'm calling it. We're going into hyperspace
At ease.
with our 57 ships. Now our frigates will go to their hyperspace positions. Looking at our support frigates there just sitting up. And all of our strike fighters and corvettes will head into dock, which should be fun. Now I can quick dock if I want to, which I probably will just a bit later. But yeah, this is good. Now the fun thing is we want to get to our last mission with as many ion array frigates as possible, because this is the last mission in which we will be able to have these. In fact, this is the only mission in which we're able to capture them. So we're going to try and keep as many of those as possible. Yes. He says, tilting his head away from the microphone, because that's how things work apparently. There we go, that should be all of our fighters. Let's say quick dock. And then all the enter hyperspace. My name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.